Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, we would learn how to create a cookbook to install and configure a web server. So what exactly is a cookbook? A cookbook comprises of recipes, metadata, attributes, resources, and templates. You can say anything that assists in creating a functioning system is present in a cookbook. It comprises of recipes which have tasks listed. You can execute a complete cookbook or an individual recipe on the remote server. These cookbooks get uploaded to the Chef Infra server, and from there it gets executed and configures the remote server. So let's understand what exactly is a Chef recipe. You can say that the Chef recipe does most of the work in Chef. It is written in Ruby language and it defines the desired state of the remote server. So let's see what we plan to do. We will develop a web server cookbook, upload the cookbook to Chef Infra server, and then bootstrap a remote server, and we would verify that the server is configured as a web server. So let's start with the cookbook development. I'm in Chef Workstation in Cookbooks folder. I don't have any cookbook at this point in time. So let's create a cookbook using chef generate command. This command would generate the default directories and files, which are the basic building blocks of the cookbook. I'm generating a cookbook called Apache 2. Let's check all the files and the directories which are created. Let's go into the recipe folder. It has a default.rb file, but that's empty. So what I will do, I have already created the default.rb file and then copy that file to this path inside the recipes folder. I'll show you the content and explain what exactly this recipe would do. In the first task, it will install a package of Apache 2 on the remote server, and as no action is mentioned, the default action is to install. In the second task, it would start the service of Apache 2, and I want to do two actions: start as well as enable the service. So the next time when the web server reboots, Apache 2 service would be up and running by default. In the third task, I want to create a customized index.html page. For that, I've created a template file called as index.html.erb. If you see that in this task, we mentioned the source as a Chef Workstation and the destination path for the index.html file is on the remote server at where-www.html. We have to place this template file in the templates directory. But if you see, there is no templates directory. So let's create the templates directory. Let's go inside that directory and place our customized template file. So when the web server will be up and running, it will show the web page as Hello Packed. Let's go ahead and upload the cookbook to the Chef Infra server. We would go back to the Chef repos directories in cookbooks. And we would use knife cookbook upload command for this. And we would specify the cookbook name which has to be uploaded. So I'm uploading Apache 2 cookbook. It's uploaded. Let's go to the Chef Infra server and verify if the cookbook is uploaded. Yes, it's uploaded. You can see the content as well. The recipe file is present. The default.rb file, you see the content of that. You can also see the templates file and the content of index.html.erb file. So now let's go ahead and bootstrap a new node. I want to bootstrap a node called chef-node1. Let me pick its IP address and execute the bootstrap command. Knife bootstrap command takes server's IP address. So I'll give the IP address of the server which we copied. It would connect to the remote server via SSH user. So I would specify the SSH user. In our case, it is root. We would also specify the password with which it would log in. And we would specify the node name as chef-node1. We need to specify which cookbook or recipe we wish to execute on this remote server. So in the run list, we would specify the cookbook name. I'm just specifying the cookbook name Apache 2 because it has only a default recipe, and if I specify the name, it would execute the only present recipe in that. So the execution has started and it would take some time. It will connect to the remote server via the Chef Infra server, install the Chef Infra client first, and then take up the recipe and install the package of Apache 2. Start and enable the Apache 2 service and copy our template of index.html and make the server up and running as a web server. Very important point. In section 1, we saw that whenever two servers are communicating with each other, we had updated the /etc hosts file. So Chef Node 1's IP address and name is updated in the Chef Infra server, and same way Chef Infra server's IP address and the name is updated in Chef Node 1 so that they can resolve each other by the name. This process would take some time. It would take some time to install and then configure. So let's wait for it. So the Bootstrap process is finished. Let's verify if the server is serving as a web server. I have picked up the IP address and I'm pasting into the web browser. Yes, the server is configured. The hello pack message is seen. Let's go to our Chef Infra server. Cookbook was uploaded. Let's see the node. Node configuration is also updated over here. It shows how many minutes ago was the check-in happened, and then it gives the complete details about the run list and the cookbook as well. So Apache 2 Cookbook version 0.1.0 has been executed. So now we have learned how to develop a cookbook and bootstrap a node as a web server. In the next video, we would learn to publish a cookbook to Chef Supermarket.